So I've been saying this for quite some time now, but I finally got my confirmation from a lawyer turned recruiter in a recent article on CNBC. Basically, what she's saying is that it's actually a bad idea to research whomever you're interviewing with for the purpose of impressing them during a job interview, right? It might actually sound creepy to some. And I believe this type of overrated advice is on the same lines of you must research everything about the company that you're applying for, or other types of cosmetic type of advice that, such as you have to learn English to do better in intense interviews. But I believe there are two sides of this overrated advice. I wouldn't be against looking online for whomever you interview, could be recruiter, hiring manager, or whomever else you're interviewing with. But the purpose, why you're looking for that person online, should be quite different as to trying to find common things in common that you might actually talk in the job interview. I believe a much better scenario for this, for example, researching a company that you're applying for, would be to find some keywords that you might eventually use in your answers in your story bank. So, for example, if you're applying for a job with Amazon, you could use some keywords from the leadership principles, such as ownership, or for more senior roles, if you want. They recently added a new leadership principle: strive to be Earth's best employer, which is goes very well with the DEI goals, the diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging types of goals. So that could be something very interesting for you to bake in your stories, right? So for the purpose of tuning up your answers, it very much makes sense to research people and companies online. However, if you want to do it for the purpose of trying to connect, to for the purpose of small talk during a job interview, that's, I believe, the wrong approach. And let me give you another quick action item here. How would you answer why do you want to work for your favorite company or the company you're applying for? Because I bet that most of you, the overwhelming majority, will compliment the company and that's it. So you want to work there because it's an amazing company with amazing people, with amazing opportunities, and so on and so forth. Not many of you realize that one of the key reasons why such question gets asked is because they want to see, hey, what's in for him as a candidate? How can we have a mutually beneficial relationship? Because it's a business after all, right? So instead of complimenting them, you should also have a more quantifiable approach, or if you want a business approach. Show them, hey, yes, you'd be the best candidate for the job because you could also benefit from this as well. And I found that it's usually these types of answers, these down to earth type of answers, that perform significantly better as compared to complimenting your interviewer or the company or whomever else you're working with for the goal of a job interview. And last but not least, English speaking skills. I'm not sure if I mentioned this earlier, but English speaking skills are, again, highly overrated type of advice, because it's not the people with the best English speaking skills who get the best jobs, not by far. And I do this for a while, and I know very well how these things work. In fact, I found that people who don't speak English well, but instead know how to pick their keywords or the right sequence of keywords, these are the candidates who actually perform significantly better, because you actually score far better on things such as clarity of thought, right? Because you can be the best English speaker, you can be an English teacher if you want, but if you don't make sense, that's not of much value during a job interview. So, long story short, I very much encourage you to have an approach such as spend time producing and tuning up your story bank and ultimately your answers, versus consuming content for the purpose of cosmetics, such as trying to impress during a job interview. So I hope you found this advice useful, and thank you very much for watching.